Their mother and the legacy she leaves behind. Patrick, her son, spoke eloquently about the woman known as the Heart of Chicago.
She constantly reminded us that Chicago is extraordinarily blessed because of our collective spirit of optimism. You only have to walk around the city and see all the institutions on which she has left her imprint, and there are many. But there are two that were closest to her heart: the Francis Xavier Ward School and After School Matters. These organizations embody the city of Chicago.
And joining us now is political analyst Thom Serafin. Certainly, Maggie Daley is going to be known for her warmth and grace. What do you think you're going to remember most about her?
Well, her unselfishness and her strength. I mean, and behind, as is my case with my wife, behind anybody that is successful in life, there's also a great partner, a person that's very strong behind him. And in his case, the mayor was a tough politician, but she gave him a larger-than-life presence in the world around us, which made the city a better place for all of us. After School Matters, I attended the event just a couple months ago where she was her last After School Matters formal event over at Navy Pier, and I met a young artist that she had nurtured, and I worked with that young artist, and we're actually doing some work together now. That life was touched, and we're going to make that life better because of what she did.
Yeah.
And she did that for thousands and thousands of young people, and that's not getting to us. The system is not working for the young people, especially those people that are on the lower sociological ladder.
Sure.
And she's doing that. She did that. We have to carry that on. Her legacy is very important, that issue on for all those children.
And you also think about the Maggie Daley Cancer Center as well, where she's already helped thousands of women.
Over at Northwestern Hospital.
Right, who are also trying to overcome breast cancer as well. Right,
and when she was diagnosed, you know, they usually say that's a terminal cancer. In her case, they never mentioned the word terminal. And 23% of the people diagnosed with that cancer don't live beyond 5 years. She lived 9 years. That's a toughness. There's a steel. There's an attitude there. There's a will to do better. As her son said there in his eulogy, everything has been touched in this town. When you drive down Michigan Avenue, the flowers, you see where we used to have Mix Field with that huge park today. There's everything you see in this town that has a cultural sense of beauty. She touched, and she made her husband a better mayor. She made her husband a better man. As in my case, my wife does the same thing for me. I'm blessed. We were blessed to share her wifely and motherly duties citywide. And the Daleys were such a political dynasty here in the city of Chicago. Will we ever see another Maggie Daley? I don't think we'll see Maggie Daley the way we understand Maggie Daley today, because you're talking about a legacy of the family like the Kennedys out in Massachusetts. Eventually you go in other directions, the children go elsewhere, the grandchildren go elsewhere. I think we'll see people like Maggie Daley picking up the baton and running with it, but nobody's that has that overriding presence, that mothership, the large presence that would make people do things that they would never have done on their own. And that was her gift. She took all these hard-bidden politicians and businessmen, all these people that had to do what they had to do with the mayor and his office, and she made them charitable pieces of work. You know, a gift to the people of Chicago. All right, sorely missed. Thank you so much, Thom, for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. You can continue to follow our coverage of Maggie Daley throughout the day on myfoxchicago.com. Some other news we're following for you this noon. Congress will face two important deadlines when it returns to work this week. Members of Congress must decide whether to renew a cut in the payroll tax, which saves the average family about $1,000 a year. And it also must decide whether to extend unemployment benefits to 2 million Americans. Both expire on January 1st unless Congress takes action. Both Republicans and Democrats are promising to make sure those two bills pass. Longtime Democratic Congressman Barney Frank announced today he will not seek re-election after 31 years in the House of Representatives. The 71-year-old says he is now ready for retirement. He was previously chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, but is now a ranking member since Democrats lost the majority in the 2010 midterm election. Frank is now the 18th House Democrat to flat out retire or step aside to seek other office.
Well, Thanksgiving is over, but we are still in the thick of holiday travel. O'Hare was hopping over the weekend, and it should be more of the same today. The airline industry projected yesterday and today to be the busiest travel days of the Thanksgiving holiday.